श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरम्। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So we saw Indra and Virochana went to Prajapati. So Prajapati asked, what has brought you here? Then they replied, because you announced Vijaro, Vimurtyu, Vishokaha, ityadi. Ishvara Tattva can be attained. We came to know about that. So then Brahmaji welcomed them. They stayed for how many years? 32 years. Good, you remember. How did that 32 should be remembered. Not shortcut Jnana Yajna. Chandogya Upanishad in 6 months completed. और 2 years completed, ऐसा नहीं होगा। और 5 साल लगा होगा हमको, 3-4 साल से पढ़ा रहे हैं हम, है ना? तो बीच में गैप आ गया। मार्च 2015 शुरू किया, बीच में गैप आ गया, 1 साल गैप आ गया ना। ठीक है, तो बट 5 साल में कंप्लीट करना चांदोग्य उपनिषद ग्रेट है। चांदोग्य उपनिषद में आखिरी अध्याय में एक प्रसंग के लिए ही 32 साल लगा रहा है, 101 साल। सो वी आर वेरी फास्ट ट्रैक स्टूडेंट्स। सो दे स्टेड। आफ्टरवर्ड्स व्हाट डिड ही से? द आई इज द राइट आई डिड नॉट से दक्षिणाक्षी, अक्षी he said. Okay, the image in the eye is, we'll chant the mantra. 4th mantra we'll chant, 7th chapter, 7th section, 7th chapter, 8th chapter, no? 8th chapter, 7th section, 4th mantra. Okay. Tauha prajapatiruvacha येषोक्षिणी पुरुषो दृश्यते Yesha Atma iti hovacha Etadamrutam abhayam etad brahmeti. Okay. Etad amrutam abhayam etad brahmeti. Atha yoyam bhagavo apsu parikhyayate yascha ayam adarshe katamayesha iti esha uyeva yeshu esha uyeva ishu sarveshvanteshu parikhyayata iti. So the person which is seen in the right eye is this Purusha, this Atman. That's what he said. So we saw yesterday, we stopped here, is it not? And we saw yesterday teaching also is given systematically, with the knower conditioned by Jagrata Avastha, physical body, then he takes them slowly to Taijasa, then Prajna, then Turiya Atma, slowly is led. But every process is very interesting. So when he said, the person which is seen in the eye is this knower, the Atma, immediately what happened? They said, Sir, Yoyam Bhagavo Apsu Parikhyayate, E Bhagavan. In that case, we see our image in the water. Our reflection is seen in the water. We also see our image in the mirror. Because what happened? The moment Prajapati said Akshini, immediately they came forward and looked into the eyes of Prajapati. When they looked into the eyes of Prajapati, they found the image, the reflected image of themselves in the retina of, cornea retina of Prajapati. What did he say? This person who is in the eye, he is the self. So they bent forward. They looked. Oh, this is the image. So they saw themselves in the Brahmaji's eyes. What is there in the eyes? Because he said Akshini, Dvoyam, that in the eyes, because you cannot see what is in your eye, no? So they want to see the self in Prajapati, so that they want to understand what is it. Like two ignorant people, utterly ignorant people. At this stage, we are superior than them. Lucky. Celebrate the superiority for some time. Now they bent forward. When they saw their own image in Prajapati's eyes, then they remembered our images are seen in the water also. Our images are seen in the mirror also. Now, are they all same, or the image reflected in the eye alone is self? Does the image reflected in mirror and water is not self? You are thinking what stupidity and all that. But that is what their doubt is. Because you specifically said the person in the eye. So therefore they are asking, Ye Bhagavaha, Ye Bhagavan, O Venerable Sir, I am apsu in the water, parikhyayate, which is seen. Yascha I am adarshe, in the mirror also my images are seen. Katama yesha iti. Parikhyayate katama yesha. Among these two images, which image is my image? Which image is self? The self reflected in water is I, or the image reflected in the mirror is I? Which is the self there? Among these reflections, which is the self? So, therefore, what is that? Definitely, Indra and Virochana misunderstood and what the teachings of Prajapati. Okay. Then what happened? They misunderstood the reflected Chaya Shariram is Atma. I'll go slow. Reflected Chaya Shariram is Atma. Yo athayo ayam bhagavo apsu parikhyajate yasyayam adarshe katama yesha iti. So they misunderstood and they asked for clarification. They want clarification. Sir, my image, when we bend forward, our image is seen in your eyes. But our images are also seen in the water, also in the mirror. So clarify which image is self. Or Bhagavan Shankaracharya Bhashma uses a sword. Chamakta or sword may be, you can see your reflection. Or maybe shining any steel plate. You can see your reflection. New steel plates you purchase, you can see clearly about your image. So katama yesha iti. Now, Brahmaji said, see, katama yesha iti, up to that is the statement of Indra and Virochana. They asked, no, yoyam bhagavo apsu parikhyayate yaschayam adarshe katama yesha iti. Yeshu yeveshu sarveshu anteshu parikhyayate iti hovacha. Brahmaji said, all these images are Atma. Understood? So we can conclude. Brahmaji said, no? Prajapati said, all these images are Atma. Now here Bhashya comes into picture. Okay, Purvapakshi is there, no? Purvapakshi means opponent. Opponent is, there is no opponent. Opponent planted by Shankaracharya only to make us understand. There is no Purvapakshi sitting there. He is writing Bhashya like this, one after one. So immediately he brought a Purvapakshi who doubts, who asks question. We will wonder now. Indra and Virochana misunderstood. Okay, no problem. They don't know. But why Prajapati also gives such an answer? The reflected image is Atma. It is wrong. Why you should give Atma? It is unfair, no? On part of Prajapati, who knows what is the real nature of Atma, to misguide which are two students and tell them that, this is the Atma. So how can Prajapati bluff? How can Prajapati confirm that the reflection image is? Shankaracharya says, he had not confirmed. But there was no such confirmation because Yeshavu eva Yesha sarvendeshu Atma, he said. All these images are yourself only. He did not lie also. When he said Purusha is in the eye, the consciousness which is, because Shankaracharya Bhashya mein aata hai sab. So we'll go step by step. So when he said, Purvapakshi asked how? How he did not bluff? How he did not confirmation? Shankaracharya says, Bhashya mein, Indra and Virochana, they have considered themselves as well-read and intelligent before they came to teacher, as some of us do. Before we go to teacher, we think we are intelligent and what is that other one? Intelligent and well read. हमने सब पढ़ के जा रहे हैं. To test teacher, we will go. So they considered themselves well read and intelligent before attending the class. Now, second thing is, they are all very well known in the world. Shankara Bhashya. They are all very well known, both of them, very well known. Suppose had Shankaracharya Bhashya only I am talking. Had Prajapati told them, suppose he tells them, you two are fools, you are two fools, you are misunderstood, this is not the right way what I am thinking. If he had scolded them this way, then what happened? They would have become sorrowful in their hearts. Considering the student's mentality, student's background, immediately don't disappoint them, guide them. Like children we guide, no? What do children say? Children say some blabber and prattle. What do we say? You are right. Mummy, मैंने उठाया. Actually, तुमने उठाया. Mummy said, be lifted the bucket of water. The fellow only held his finger. And लगाने के बाद ऐसा दिखाएगा हाथ आपको. देखो कितना ताकत है मेरे में. मैंने उठाया मम्मी, मैंने उठाया. And he gets confirmation from mother, from whoever comes to the house for next 3 days, 4 days, he will tell everybody, I lifted one bucket of water, ask mummy. What does mummy say? Bevakufa, you fool, what did you lift? Nonsense, don't tell lies like that, get lost. Will she tell like that? No, she will add more masala to it. She will say, actually I was unable to lift. I asked my this fellow, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, she or he came and they just put the finger. In fact, he lifted the bucket, carried away from the kitchen to bathroom. Long distance it is, alone. Why? Why do we say that? Children are not to be discouraged. I am telling you, gurus do same thing to us. Joshayet sarvakarman vidvan yukta samacharet. Gurus, what do? Even though Brahman is everything is their state, they are in the pinnacle state. And we go to Guru with our sorrows, with our limitations, with our understanding of sadhana, with our understanding of Vedanta. They encourage us, they never discourage us. They never. Actually, whatever we talk before Guru, it is nonsense. Yes or no? Because truth cannot be talked. We don't know what is truth. We only talk, I did that, I did this, I did. And Gurudev used to encourage us. God, God, God. And he encourages such a way in the letters that, you and your team had brought great things to society, great, all specially blessed. The letters. Once he wrote a letter, a very serious letter he wrote. So some big program was there. He said, when I mentioned that letter, program was successful. He has been monitoring that program, big program. So I was a youth, not even brahmachari and all. I was youth only. So he said, you are not conscious all these months of how Lord has worked through you. What a letter it is. You are not conscious all these months of how Lord has worked through you. If the funds are managed and there is no, deficiency, it is again His grace. And again, right, I cried. I was youth, working hard. So for the project, some work and all Gurudev's work. So in the end he says, in case of any shortage, let me know. Funds. He was ready to give money. Bacha hai na? About 20, 22, 23-year-old. So I cried. Oh, what a letter Gurudev wrote. Then how has Lord has worked through you all these months? You are not conscious. That's a fact. But he encourages us. Similarly, if both Shankaracharya mentions, if he said that you are fools, you did not understand what I am trying to teach, they would have really suffered. Someone said, Swamiji, मैंने आज कमल चढ़ाया. Somebody will come and tell, कमल चढ़ाया भगवान के आज पैर के ऊपर. There is nothing great about it. But what the teacher says, very कमल चढ़ाया. Wow. कहाँ से मिला? And he feels happy. I have done my sadhana today. My guru encouraged. Suppose कमल चढ़ाया, आज मैंने कमल ढूंढकर कमल कहीं से मिला, मैंने चढ़ाया, तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है बुद्धू, कमल चढ़ाया ना चढ़ाया, you are the Brahman. What will happen to him? What will happen? So a teacher should be compassionate. Shankara says, their enthusiasm, Bhashya only I'm translating and talking. Translated Bhashya. Their enthusiasm to ask the questions and reflect, again come back and ask the questions, that enthusiasm and the process of asking questions, going back and reflecting, again coming back and asking questions, the entire process would die. Would be hindered, he said. I am using die. Had he told immediately that you are not understood the truth. So, students are to be protected, Prajapati thought. Prajapati thought these students are to be protected. What a compassion for a guru. Bakwas bachcha karta hai, parents protect. See, students are to be protected. Prajapati thought like this. So, let them accept this for the time being. Let them feel that the body, Sharira, Chaya is Atma. Let them feel for the time being. I shall remove this with a demonstration. Even though the demonstration did not work, what will come later on. He demonstrated something that also did not work on these two fellows. But he thought, Shankara Bhashya, I shall remove this with a demonstration. So, that means what? That's code ended, Bhashyaka. That means what? One should never tell directly a person that you are wrong. Should not tell. Especially students. You are wrong, ऐसा कभी नहीं बोलना चाहिए. We should slowly encourage them to come out of their wrong thinking. So this is the most practical suggestion in the Bhashya. Through Prajapati's story, why did Prajapati accept? When Purvapakshi asked, he knew why did he accept. So therefore, what is the bottom line? Bottom line was, Prajapati did not want to hurt Virochana and Indra and Virochana. He didn't want to hurt them. Okay. Now, therefore, never contradict. But moreover, others also may be around, along Prajapati. What will they feel insulted? सबके सामने डांट दे तो they feel insult. Remember, never ever scold anybody in public. Don't scold Patni in public Public means not only outside, in the house also before children. And Patni also should not react over husband sabke samne. You are falling yourself in the eyes of everybody. Practical suggestion. So, therefore, Shankaracharya says, what will happen? The mind will become weakened. So, what is happening? Suppose if you do, so students is hurt in the presence of other students, he will be nursing his wound constantly, and he will never have any respect towards the teacher. Mind will become weak, and rest of the class, person will not listen at all. Therefore, Prajapati said, reflected images is Atma. Very good. But he has to correct also, no? He can't end the close. So, he will make the correction. Where? In next section. Because these fellows said, no, Indra and Virochana told, because this Indra and Virochana asked that is the reflection in the water is Atma, is our reflection in mirror is Atma, if so, which of these images is Atma? Then all the images are Atman only. Like that he said. That example of water example only is taken by Prajapati to clear that misunderstanding. But even though he attempted to clear that misunderstanding remains as it is. How? Udasharava Atmanamavekshya Yadatmano na vijanitaha Tanme prabhutamiti Tauha udasharave Avekshanchakrate Tauha prajapatiruvacha Kim pashyata iti Tauho chutahu Sarvameva idamavam Bhagavaha Atmanam pashyava Alomabhyaha Anakebhyaha pratirupamiti. Uda means Udaka. Uda means water here. Uda. Sharava. Sharabi nahi. Sharab nahi. Sharava. वहाँ में बा कर दिया तो एक स्ट्रोक अंदर शराब बन गया. Sharava means plate. So Uda Sharava means what? Plate of water. बड़ा प्लेट होता है ना, क्या कहते हैं हिंदी में आप? परास. परात. परात ले लो, परात में पानी डाला. Uda Sharava. Then he said, Atmanam Avekshya Uda Sharava. Atmanam Udasharave, in the plate of the water, Atmanam Anvekshya, after seeing yourself in the plate of water. First we will see the mantra. Udasharave, Atmanam Anvekshya, having seen yourself, after seeing the self in a plate of water, Yad Atmanaha na vijanitaha tanme prabrutam iti. You tell me that which you do not understand. Yad Atmanaha na vijanitaha. What is the question? You tell me that which you do not understand. Not that which you understood. That which you do not understand, you tell me. Tanme prabrutam. That you tell me. He asked. Tauha udasharave Avekshan Chakrate. Both of them saw in that water reflected images. Tauha Prajapati Ruvacha. When they were looking in the plate of water, Prajapati asked, Kim Pashyata iti? What do you see? Toha Uchatuhu. They both them spoke. Sarvameva idamavam bhagava atmanam pashyavaha. Sir, we are seeing everything from hair to nakha, from the head to toe, from the hair to the nail, we are seeing fully our own reflection in the plate. Pratirupam iti. That's it, second mantra. So what is that now? We have to see now. So what does Prajapati do? He is making what? An attempt to make them understand correctly, remove the wrong understanding that Chaya Shariram is Atma. First of all, that reflection is Atma, that misunderstanding has to be corrected. So he is making a demonstration. And directly he did not tell them that you misunderstood. He is asking them to observe the image. Then what did you not understood? You tell me. So, Udasharave Atmanam Aveksha. Now, what they wanted to tell, Prajapati wanted to tell is, that comes in Bhashya only, this verse and next verse and all, mantra and all, that Bhaiya, image, reflected image cannot be existing independent of you. Can an image exist without you? That's what? That means what? That because of which the image is formed. That is Atma. Image is not Atma. Body level. Who is the body? Which is the body? If you say that because of which that image is reflected, image is caused, that is the body. Is it not? This is understood. Suppose, who am I? Physically I am asking, physical body level. Somebody asked, मैं कौन हूँ? कैसा दिखता हूँ? मैं कैसा दिखता हूँ? How am I seen? How to show him? Bring a mirror, life-size mirror. Make him stand before him. Then he sees his image. So you are seen like this. तुम ऐसा दिखते हो, ऐसे दिखते हो. You are seen like this. Now, understanding should be, therefore I am that image is wrong. तुम ऐसे दिखते हो, बोलने में मैंने क्या कहा? तुम ऐसे दिखते हो. कैसे दिखता हूं? हाँ. That means I am not the image, no? But then why did you say I am ऐसे दिखते हो? Because I can't show you yourself to you. You get the point? I cannot show you to yourself to you, no? Therefore I am using a mirror. Then I said you are seen like this. Oh ho, I am that. That means your image. Oh, I means, Atma means image. That is wrong. Though I said you are seen like this, but you are not like that in the image, but you are this. That understanding has to come, no? That understanding is not there in them. So that because of which image is formed is me actually. Image is not me. That which makes, what is that because of which image is formed? Body. So, no. So therefore image is not you. You want to tell that first. Through Prajapati want to tell. That's your image, it is not you. But these people understood that as image. Image is Atma. Now Shankaracharya says again here. The Purupakshi asked some question. What are you talking all this? You are complicating the teaching. Directly tell Aham Brahmasmi. But Aham Brahmasmi not possible not to teach directly. You know, one who had no Vedanta samskar, one who don't know ABCD of spirituality, one who just living a life of procuring, enjoying, living with animal passions, lust and greed and fighting, such a utterly ignorant person, a tribal who even doesn't know language. If the tribal is given to you, how difficult it is to teach. तब पता लगेगा. It's not that well-refined students come and sit in front of you so that you can take up. Now I am telling you today, fact is, the dimension, the space with which Pujya Gurudev used to conduct Jnana Yajnas, the pace with which he would start his yajna, and the way he would explain, and the way he would conclude, that high funda English and that analysis, today's audience is difficult to understand. Pakka. Especially when Gurudev speeches in 60s and 70s, we have degraded. Once in one camp, she standard of Puja Gurudev. It was a youth camp. In youth camp, 3 days youth camp, somewhere in South India, I was also there as a youth. There was a question and answer session. In that session, some boy asked a question, how to exhaust vasanas. It's a big question or not? He blasted Gurudev in Gussa. Being a chick member, are you not ashamed to ask this question? Why? You are supposed to know these basics. That means, to what level he raised the standard of knowledge, you imagine. Then after the question session, one of our seniors means elderly man, youth, more matured fellow, is there. So he called and asked, what is this, Appa? What is this? How many days we have been studying this question in study group classes? Every day we talk about almost this vasanas and exhaustion of vasanas. Why did you ask Gurudev? See the response again after the talk. That is a standard. To come down to the level of teaching is difficult. So now Shankara says, apprehension. We ask, why Purvapakshi asked, why did not they say that we did not understand? Question by Purvapakshi was, why did Indra and Virochana say, why didn't they say that they are not understood? Very अजीब सी बात है दोनों शिष्य. They could have said, no, we have not understood what you are trying to tell. For which answer is given by Shankaracharya? No, not like that. Apprehension. This remains not understood by us, inverted commas. ये हमें समझ में नहीं आया. ऐसी apprehension did not arise in them. भाई ये गलत हो सकता है. This is not understood by us. This thought did not arise in them. Shankaracharya says, that means what? हमें में भी some thoughts won't arise. Even though we are wrong, we think we are correct. Because he says, the conviction, Shankaracharya says, Acharya Shankara, the conviction that the reflected image, Chaya Atma, Chaya image was the self, remained firmly rooted in them. Just as conviction, I am the body, is firmly rooted in us. So, I am the, see, when asked, unless you are heard Vedanta, first of all, you don't even hear that you are not the body. भैया जो जब तक जीवन में अभी तक मैं अपने आप को शरीर मानते आया हूं, कोई कहता तुम शरीर ही नहीं हो तो घबरा रहे हो मुझे. Shankaracharya says that conviction deeply rooted in them, because of which the text will say, I am quoting the Bhashya only. Shankaracharya says, what is the proof? The proof will come after 2-3 mantras. That their conviction is that I am the Atma is so deeply rooted, because of which you will come to know in the 8th section, 3rd mantra. No, don't refer, which is yet to come. There he says, Tauha Shanta Hrudayo Prabhavrajatuhu. It will come mantra mein. That is what? That way they went away with unruffled minds. Meaning, they went away with Shanta Hrudayaha. That Sharira, Chaya Atma, Chaya Bimba is Atma. That reflected image is Atma. With the total conviction and peace in the minds, they went away. Shankaracharya. Tauha Shanta Hrudayo Pravavrajatuhu mantra will come. So, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, unless one is convinced, calmness of mind cannot come. And they are totally convinced that the Pratibimba reflection is, image is Atma. So the plate of water was brought and they said that we are seeing ourselves completely. So Prajapati asked, what do you see in that reflection? Because only when you are before waters, listen now, before the water if you are there, image comes. If you go away from the water, no image. Therefore, image is mithya. It can't be Atma. That he wanted to teach. You are understanding?
Yes.
Only when I am before mirror, image forms, no? When I go away, image is not there. So how can image be Atma? Why? That which comes sometimes, that which goes sometimes, cannot be Atma. What is Atma? Nityavastu. Therefore, to make them understand, Prajapati asked them, Bhaiya, to see the image. They replied, Sir, we are seeing whole body from top to bottom. From the hair to the nails. We are seeing completely. They are also satisfied. Their full image is seen. They are satisfied. भाई हमारा आत्मा में कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ, पैर काटा नहीं, आत्मा का पैर काटा नहीं, कटा नहीं, आत्मा का हाथ कटा नहीं. बढ़िया है, आत्मा मजबूत है, इंटैक्ट. They did not understand. Now he will try another method. What is that another method? Second mantra, no? 8th section. Okay? Tauha prajapatiruvacha sadhvalankrutau suvasanau parishkrutau bhutva udasharave avekshatamiti tauha sadhvalankrutau suvasanau parishkrutau bhutva udasharave avekshanchakrate tauha prajapatiruvacha kim pashyata iti. Now this they didn't understand. What is that? Chaya Atma, when you stand before the mirror or water, reflection is formed. Reflection is not independent, it is dependent on you. Reflection comes and goes. Okay? Good that he did not try another method, that now throw the plate of water and look into the plate. No image, they would have died heart attack. Because they think that is their self, no? हाय राम मेरा आत्मा मर गया है करके ऊपर मर जाएंगे दोनों. So now he says he didn't understand. They didn't understand that it is Chaya, it can't be Atma. So first demonstration failed. Okay? Now same demonstration with a little alteration. What is that? Praja sadhvalankrutau. Now go. Because you must have brought your dress, no? Packed. While going, you wanted to wear, thought of wearing. Which dress? Kingly dress. Suvasanau, good, well adorned, alankritau, mukuta, abharanas, armor, kavacha, all that you wear. Suvasanau, well attired, good dress you brought with you, kingly dress, you wear that. Parishkrutau bhutva. Parishkruta means get clean, shaven, and removing the nails. Cut your nails, shave properly, dress your hair, get cleaned, wear good dress, adorned with all or armor, jewelry, etc., ornaments, dress, cleaned. Bhutva udasharave avekshatamiti. Now look into the water. They saw. What did they say? Tauha sadhvalankrutau suvasanau parishkrutau bhutva udasharave avekshanchakrate tauha prajapatiruvacha kim pashyata iti. So they did same thing. They dressed up very well and they saw. So now, what happens now? What he wanted to tell indirectly? Are bhaiya, just as image is not independent, So what is now when the body is decorated, we see carefully. Body is decorated, image is decorated. Body is not decorated, image is not decorated. That means what? The image doesn't exist independent of body. That is called Anvaya Vyatireka has come here. Meaning, when body decorated, Anvaya, then image may be decoration is seen. Anvaya. जब ये है वो भी होता है, जब ये नहीं है वो नहीं है. That's called Anvaya Vyatireka. We saw that no in Chandogya only very clearly. When A is there, A dash is there. When A is not there, A dash is not there. One is Vyatireka, first is Anvaya, second is Vyatireka. When body is decorated, image is decorated. Body is not decorated, image is not decorated. That means this image doesn't exist independent of the body and decoration. Therefore, but they wanted to show that the body is the image is not independent. They comes and goes, just like now the Bhashya will come, we'll see. Just like ornaments are added and can be removed. Similarly to the Atma, body may be added, body may be removed. Sometimes upadhi goes away. But I am not depending on this. So Shankara Bhashyam points out. What is that? They both, they don't seem to understand. Both of them. They said they removed, they saw reflection. Abhi nahi hai to dekha hai. So they said, Guru, we have seen decorated Atma. They didn't say like that, I am just telling. Very good, now Atma looks more beautiful. Shankara Bhashyam points. What is that? For removing their conviction, wrong conviction. What is the wrong conviction? Image is Atma. Prajapati asked them again, how? Now, Shankaracharya says, as the adventitious means associated, costly ornaments which are added, adventitious, costly ornaments and costly dress became the causes of reflection in the plate of water. Is it not? Similarly, the body also had earlier created a reflection. Similarly, nails and hair were part of the reflection before. Now after pairing them, they are not seeing the reflection. Therefore, like the nails and hair, body also subject to appearance and disappearance. Therefore, it is proved that the reflection seen in the plate full of water and the body, which is the cause of it, are not the self. Shankara Bhashya. Nails come before, disappeared. Similarly, body also subject to appearance and disappearance. Therefore, reflection of the body cannot be the Atma. This should make us understand that, no, Shankaracharya says, this should make us understand that, us means all of us, since happiness, sukham, dukkham, raga, dvesha, moha, all these things also not Atma. Why? Like hairs of nails, sometimes they grow, they can be cut, they come, they go, they come, they go. Therefore, they cannot be Atma. Tauha uchatuhu. Now, third mantra will come. Now, third mantra continues. Then, what did they say? They said, Oh, Venerable Sir, we are well adorned, well attired, we are seeing our own self, Atma, very clearly. Then what is that Atma? That Prajapati answers, he is failed in making them understand what I wanted to make them understand. They are not understanding. Therefore, he yielded to their concept that the image is Atma. He agreed. ठीक है Baba. But when he was going, he felt sad also. These fellows will tell everywhere the Prajapati taught. what he felt. But Indra comes back. He thinks. Indra thinks body cannot be Atma. He thinks. Virochana is very happy. Therefore, Rakshasas, Asuras are those very quietly, deeply rooted in the body level. For them, world is real, body is real, lust is real, greed is real, enjoyments are real, name and fame is real, power is real, everything is real. Indra came back, again goes, again comes, again goes, again comes, like that, because चक्कर काटता रहता है समझने के लिए. बहुत चक्कर काटने के बाद समझ में आता है कि व्हाट इज आत्मन. ओके. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.